Alex, I'm really curious about something.
What's the matter, Nina? Is something wrong? Are you in physical pain?
No, it's not. It's about your mother.
My mother? What's wrong?
I can't stop thinking about yesterday. She came to our house without calling. She made me redo the cleaning and cooking, while she herself watched TV with a big smile on her face.
Oh, you mean... I'm sorry, I haven't called my mom yet.
It's not your fault. But it really bothers me that she's asking me to do all kinds of crazy stuff when I'm in the last month of pregnancy. And with the baby in my belly, it's not good to be stressed out.
You're right. I'm sorry I haven't protected you enough.
I'm just glad you understand. But, we're about to have a baby. We need to talk about it more thoroughly and make sure your mother understands.
Yes, we do. I'll talk it over with my mom for your sake and the baby's.
But what if she gets angrier?
Don't worry. Just take care of yourself and our baby. Hey, Nina. Do you remember your promise to me? My friend and I are going to see a play today, and I told you to drive us to the theater. I warned you traffic might be heavy. What do you think you're doing not coming at the time I specified? You really don't know what it's like to be a wife.
Excuse me, but as I told you yesterday, I'm going into my last month of pregnancy, so it's difficult for me to drive.
Just because it's difficult doesn't mean you can't drive. Forget the excuses and get your ass over here.
I can't.
Huh?
My health and my baby are the most important things to me right now. In the first place, my car is not at home during the day.
What? I can't believe you consider yourself more important than your husband's mother. Are you saying it's fine if my friend and I can't go to the theater?
I told you I don't have a car at home during the daytime. It's physically impossible.
It was not easy to get a ticket for this show. Thanks to my friend, I could finally get it.
You don't need me to drive you. You can take a bus or a cab.
Just come quickly.
I won't go. I can't go. Besides, I'm not home right now.
What?
I'm at the doctor's today for a checkup.
Why don't you put that off until later? If you head straight here afterward, you'll make it just in time. Hurry up!
I came here by bus.
Huh?
Did you forget? The reason my car is not available during the day is because Alex is using it to go to work.
Huh? Alex?
Alex's car is being inspected.
Hey, you should have told me that earlier.
I told you in advance. I've reminded you many times, so I thought you were just being reckless with your usual flippant attitude.
Damn it. If that's the case, I should have taken a cab from the beginning. Nina, are you okay?
Alex?
It's my lunch break. I got a bunch of messages from my mom.
From your mother?
She said she was going to be late for the play because of you, and she complained to her friends who went with her. She said she ran out of money because she had to spend so much on cab fare. She went on and on.
Oh, that. She'd forgotten about the car inspection. She wanted me to drive her to the theater.
What?
I explained again that I was already in the OBGYN's office and that I couldn't physically drive. She understood that it was unavoidable, and since there was no time, she decided to take a cab.
Okay. I'm really sorry about my mom. I guess that's the problem with living in close proximity to each other in the first place. I know it's a little late for this, but do you want to go back to your hometown?
What?
I'm honestly afraid of my own mother being so merciless towards you on your last month of pregnancy. She is mistreating a pregnant woman. The fact that I didn't realize it until recently, I really regret it.
I thought I could handle it on my own, and I wanted to be friends with your mother. I'm sorry I didn't talk to you about it.
You didn't want to speak ill of my mother. Still, it's true that I wasn't able to protect you. So let me protect you this time.
Thank you. But can I still transfer hospitals in the last month of pregnancy?
That's the thing. A relative of mine runs a private maternity hospital near your parents' house. I might be able to get a hold of her.
Really? Then please ask her.
I'll tell you all about it tonight when I get home.
Okay.
Nina, I'm home. I just got home. You went shopping or something?
Alex? Help me!
What's wrong?
Your mother forced me to go to your parents' house.
What?
She said it was my punishment for not taking the car out and forced me into the car.
How did that happen?
As soon as I arrived, I was ordered to clean the bathtub, sweep the stairs, and carry heavy loads with my bare hands and no gloves. And I had to stand and squat over and over again.
What?
Oh, I didn't listen to the orders. I was afraid that something would happen to my baby if I resisted, so I just pretended to obey and went along. The whole time I was there, she was being sarcastic to me. Useless. You're not a mother.
Wow, that's crazy.
So I ran away while she was in the bathroom. My stomach is tight, and I'm in a bit of pain.
Where are you?
In front of a convenience store near the house.
I'll be there soon. Hey, Nina. That's enough. I thought you left on your own the other day, but you never contacted me. You haven't even been to your apartment. Where the hell have you gone? What the hell were you thinking? Going behind my back like that? Don't you think you're lacking some sense of being a daughter-in-law?
Good morning.
I'm asking, where did you go?
To my parents' house.
Huh? You're at home? Where are you?
No, I mean my parents' house.
Huh?
I'm having a home birth.
Huh? Home birth? I would have opposed that too, you know. What are you doing? You're my daughter-in-law. Why did you go back to your parents' house instead of obeying me?
Because Alex told me to.
Oh, Alex told you to do that?
No matter how much you may have objected, if Alex says so, then there's no problem, right?
That's...
The other day, when you dragged me to your house, my stomach started to cramp, and it was very painful. Alex came to pick me up and took me to the hospital, and we got through it, but after that, I returned to my parents' place and felt better. It was very difficult for me to drive home when I was in the last month of pregnancy, but Alex took very good care of me, and we arrived at my parents' house without any problems.
You were always exaggerating.
I'm sorry, but I refuse to go along with your selfishness and put myself in danger during such a crucial time right before childbirth.
You're the one being selfish. You've been lazy just because you are about to give birth. You really are useless.
These are the words of a woman who has given birth. You are a mother too. Why are you so cold?
What did you say? You're so cheeky. I just want you to be a good member of the family. But you're always talking about yourself. I really don't think that works for me.
Either way, I've already been processed for transfer, and it's difficult for me to go back there now.
But I can't believe that you have gone back to your parents' house. You're supposed to stay here.
I'd like to take a short rest, if you'll excuse me.
Wait, Nina. This conversation isn't over yet. Just give me a break. I've run out of patience. You and Alex are getting a divorce.
Huh? What's this all of a sudden?
Alex has been lecturing me. It seems he's completely fallen under your control. Whether it's through manipulation or brainwashing, it's very disturbing. I can't believe you manipulated Alex to this extent.
Manipulated him?
So, I've given it some serious thought. I've decided to introduce Alex to a better young lady. Divorce Alex after the birth, understood?
What an outlandish idea. Well, I'll get a divorce. I talked it over with Alex and we've decided.
Great. You're finally willing to follow my lead. How ironic, though, that it's about the divorce. Well then, I'll have the divorce papers sent to your parents' house. I'll have them filled out as soon as Alex gets home. Oh, yeah. I'll take the baby when you have it, okay? Call me as soon as he's born. I will pick up my grandson. I'll take care of the paperwork for me to get custody as well. Of course, I won't allow you to make a claim as the mother. I'll make sure to create that written agreement, so be prepared for it.
Don't act all high and mighty with me. Hey, come on.
What?
You're a toxic parent who can't even think about the feelings of your own child, Alex, born after going through the pain of childbirth. You sicken me. There is no way I would give our precious treasure to a crazy, unpredictable woman like you.
Nina?
I'm sorry. It's a slip of the tongue. I inadvertently...
Inadvertently?
I'm glad it wasn't said in person.
Just because the divorce has been finalized, you think you can talk to me like that?
I don't want to talk to you ever again, so I'll let Alex deal with you.
Oh, hey. Mother? Alex? Nina's going through a very important time right now. That's enough. Hey, divorce is final, right? Yeah, I already filed the divorce papers with the authorities. Great. I don't want a wife like that in my house. She doesn't deserve you. Come back to your mother as soon as you can. And we'll get you a good lawyer. And we'll get you alimony and custody of your grandchild. I'm still in the middle of my story. Oh, okay. What is it you wanted to say? I got divorced, but I remarried soon after.
With who?
With Nina, of course. What? I asked for a transfer to a new job, and I got it, so I moved. What do you mean? Mom, I don't know if you know this or not. There are several ways to change your family name, and one of them is from the husband's to the wife's. Wife's last name. The fastest way is to get divorced. And then, when you file for a new marriage license, you can enter your wife's last name and submit it. Wait a minute. Alex, you can't be serious. This is the first time I'm telling you this. When I was in high school, you and Dad divorced and I rebelled. It escalated. I was hanging out with the wrong people, and I was on the verge of doing some bad shit. Nina was the one who woke me up. She said, "Don't be a spoiled brat." What? Nina yelled at you? What a ferocious woman. You're harping on that point right now? Because I can't believe she yelled at you. I guess you didn't get my point at all. What? If you're a good mother, you would cherish what I hold dear just as much as I do, and watch over me now that I'm a father. And yet, I'm done. I give up trying to make you understand. Alex, I know I owe you a debt of gratitude for raising me the way you did. But since I'm married, my first priority is to protect my wife and my unborn child. I can't be around a mother who disrespects the things I hold dear. Alex, excuse me. Anyway, you should come home. I'm going to raise your grandchild well without Nina. I won't let you see your grandson. What? Talking with you is useless. I bet you don't even understand why I decided to take Nina's last name. That's because you have no choice but to do as Nina says, right? Oh my God, you're hopeless. What? Goodbye, Mom. No way, Alex. Nina, I'm so sorry. I got so emotional. Oh, you're always so emotional. It's rare to see you apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I pushed you into a corner. How can you say that? You tried to destroy my family. There's no way I can forgive you. Please don't say that. Please reconsider. Reconsider? About what exactly? About my remarriage to Alex or forgiving your behavior? Of course it's both. Please, let me start over again. To be honest, I never thought I'd hear an apology from you. Huh? But the hurt we've suffered won't simply disappear. It's not just a matter of saying I'm sorry. I'm sincerely sorry. Please, please forgive me. We don't want anything to do with you anymore. We're cutting ties with you. Oh no, you really refuse to see me ever? Yes, it's really goodbye. I'm sick of your interference. Please be well. Oh no, Nina, please help me. Please? After that, my mother-in-law called me and Alex several times to beg for forgiveness. But I blocked her and did not respond at all. Naturally, my mother-in-law spends her days in loneliness. According to an acquaintance of mine, my mother-in-law, who used to be stout and even intimidating, is now a shadow of her former self. Her face is now covered with deep wrinkles, and there are dark circles around her eyes. Her hair is also now unkempt and noticeably gray. Her once regal fashion has been replaced by shabby clothes. She has lost a lot of weight. I guess she deserves it. Meanwhile, I successfully completed my home birth and gave birth to a healthy baby. Our new life as a family of 3 continues to be peaceful and happy. From now on, the 3 of us will support each other and cherish our daily joys.
Jenny, Michael is over at my house right now. Good evening, Linda. Is that so? I haven't heard anything about that. He's talking about you made a nasty pasta yesterday. What is he talking about? What? He said it was delicious. I think he's just trying to be nice. Are you sure you can cook? Michael said it was too nasty. He doesn't want to eat there, so he came over. I can't believe you make him eat nasty foods. I see. I could eat it just fine though. Maybe it might not have suited Michael's taste. What are you talking about? What he eats is very important, you know? Right. You're just not good at cooking. I've heard him complain about the same thing. This is the first time I've heard about this. I had no idea he felt that way. You're a housewife. You should cook to satisfy your husband. Yeah, I know. Maybe you should take a class or use an app to help you with recipes. Why don't you learn to cook on your own? Okay. Anyways, Michael said he's going to eat here. He'd rather eat the food I made. I understand. Thank you. Hey, Jenny, Michael is here again. What? Again? Well, he said you use a different laundry detergent. Huh? That's the reason he's there? That's just ridiculous. What's ridiculous about it? You know he has sensitive skin, right? I didn't know it was that bad. He said he smelled something funny when he changed his clothes and it made him nauseous. He came to tell me that he wants me to do his laundry. I would have changed the detergent if he told me. Why does he always run to you? Michael's a nice boy, so he probably couldn't tell you. He's not a child. I wouldn't force Michael to use things he doesn't like. Why did you suddenly change the laundry detergent? What? Is there a need to tell you every time? I like the smell of it, so I used it. You really are a very inconsiderate wife, aren't you? That kind of sloppiness is what sticks out at Michael. Poor Michael. Huh? Michael has always been a very sensitive boy. So whenever I changed something, I'd always check with him. Check with him? Yes, like I changed the ketchup. I changed the toilet paper to single rolls. I changed the body soap. Oh, really? Even down to such small details? Yes, I told you he is sensitive. I'm not as careless as you. Michael doesn't have to feel surprised and uncomfortable. Maybe it was you who made him develop that habit. And I'm not careless either. You have to treat him with care. I don't feel comfortable leaving him in the hands of a stranger. Don't call me a stranger. Anyway, I'll talk to Michael once he comes home. Oh, Michael says he won't go home today. What? You mean he's staying over? Yes. Wouldn't it be exhausting to be around someone as careless as you? I told you I'm not careless. I'm working full-time and still doing house chores. I don't have enough time. Don't blame it on work. You yourself is the problem. If you think it's because of your job, why don't you quit? What? I can't do that. That's what it is. I hope you think about all of this for Michael's sake. Good evening, Glenda. Can I ask, is Michael there with you? Yes, he's here. He just had dinner and now he's relaxing. I see. Then I didn't have to rush home. I texted him. You did? I told him I had to work overtime and I'll be home late. I finished up as fast as I could, went grocery shopping, and when I came home, he wasn't home. It would have been nice if he had informed me in advance that he was going there. I still had some work to do. What? Are you saying it's not okay for him to be here? No, it's not that. I just came home after a long day. I just wish he had given me a heads up. What's wrong with that? It's your fault for working so late, right? That's true, but as long as I'm working, there's nothing I can do about it. I have responsibilities too. You don't really care about your husband, huh? No, it's not that. Michael works for an elite company. I don't get why do you have to work so hard? I wish you take care of Michael more. He works so hard. Huh? If you take good care of him, he wouldn't have the need to come to my house. Yes, I'm sorry. Jenny, I have to tell you something. What is it? I'm thinking of having a Christmas party at our house. Really? I feel like it's the first time since we got married. Yes, it is. You've been calling it off lately because of all the sickness going around. I see. I'm thinking of inviting my sister and her family. That would be nice. I haven't seen them in a while. I'd love to see them. So, I've been thinking of making a nice meal. Could you help me? Of course. Then can I ask you to do shopping when you come to my house? Yeah, sure. I want to get those cakes that's been going viral on social media. What? It's like $30 a piece. There will be a lot of people, so we need to buy Christmas decorations too. Come on. I want to go all out for Christmas, you know? I want my sister to try those cakes too. Well, yes, but if it's within your budget, I'll buy it for you. Please do. I really want to try it. Okay. It'll get crowded, so we'll have to get there early. Then I'll make a reservation for you. Please do. And since it's Christmas, we'll need roast chicken, right? Can you get some too? I also want to have some pasta and some salad. So can you order some of that too? That's a lot of food, isn't it? You have a car, so it should be fine. I don't think I can go to the store by myself. No problem. I'll have Michael help me. What? Michael is going to stay here the day before. Really? He said he'll come the night before so he could have some good sleep. Your son is so careless. Huh? No, never mind. But I think it's too much to do by myself. That's the least you could do. What? You always put work first. You should at least try your best for your family on Christmas, right? I don't care how much of a stranger you are. At least act like a family member. Please don't call me a stranger. I'm part of the family too. Don't get too sassy. I understand. I'll do my best to go around by myself. It will be around noon, but please wait for me. Okay, I'll wait for you. Thank you. Jenny! What are you doing? Why are you not here yet? My sisters got here before you. How long are you going to make us wait? I'm sorry. It's crowded everywhere. It's taking a while. I left first thing in the morning, though. You're totally useless. How can you say I'm useless when I'm the one who has to do all the shopping? It was a lot of work to do all this by myself. That's normal as a wife. You always act like it's someone else's problem. That's not true. I'm sure I'll get there soon. Please enjoy chatting with everyone for a while. Do you think you're the one who's in charge? You must have misunderstood something. Excuse me? It's not like you're the one in charge or anything. Why should we bend over backward for someone like you who's always just on the sidelines? Oh, excuse me. I got carried away with the Christmas spirit. I spoke a bit too assertively. I apologize. Instead of wasting time with misunderstandings, just hurry up and bring the food. You're not being helpful in times of need. It's frustrating. Glenda, you don't have to say all that. It's Christmas. Every popular restaurants are busy. I have to wait for a while. It's crowded everywhere. Geez, you're so naggy. Stop complaining and just bring us the food. I'm sorry. I'll hurry. Jenny, text me back. Why did you leave right before we were going to eat the cake? We were all looking forward to having a great Christmas party and you've just ruined it. Seriously? Do you know what you just did? What are you talking about? Stop acting like you don't know anything. What was that about? What? Are you mad about the cake? I can't give you the fancy one. If you're hungry, go eat some dog food. You know what? I bought that fancy cake, remember? I went out of my way to make the reservation and even went out there early to be in line. I was all excited, thinking everyone would be happy, but dog food? Seriously? What were you thinking? Oh, really? Be grateful you even got food. Besides, I bought everything with my own money. You have no idea how much it cost me. I haven't even got paid for it. It's unacceptable. I mean, you've been working late every day, right? You probably get paid enough, so this is nothing. Huh? It's Christmas, so stop complaining so much. Who do you think you are to even have some fancy cake? A useless wife like you, leeching off others, deserves nothing but dog food. What? You're nothing but a stranger, not even related by blood. You're no better than a dog. Are you being serious? Why would you think I'm joking? Well, if you're going to say that, then fine. I'd divorce Michael without hesitation. What? Why is divorce suddenly on the table? Don't you think you're overreacting? No, I've been thinking about it for a while. What? What's going to happen to Michael? He's mostly staying with you, right? What's the point of being married if he's never home? When I messaged him about the cake incident earlier, you know what he said? Isn't that obvious? Don't think a useless stranger like you can eat expensive cake? That's my boy. I guess he thinks of you the same way I do. I told him there's no point in being married like this anymore and suggested divorce. He told me to do whatever I want. So that means he wants a divorce too, right? I see. I guess you don't have a choice. Seems like you lack the awareness of being a proper wife, huh? Well, that's what I was hoping for, though. I see. So that's how it is. Your family is quite something. You all are terrible. I've had enough. I'm glad I could finally divorce him. Oh, aren't you straightforward? Well, say what you want. After all, you're just a stranger who will never be a part of our family, right? I'll pack my bags and leave. Sure, go ahead and do that. Don't worry about Michael. He'll be fine as long as he got me. Good. I'll send you the divorce papers. Tell Michael to sign it so we can finalize it. I'll take care of it. I'll make sure they're filed. Jenny, pick up the phone. Can you at least text me back? What is it? I'm working. Jenny, where do you live now? Why do I have to tell you? You're a stranger. You don't have to be so harsh. I have better things to do. What do you want? Wait a moment. Actually, Michael has been behind on his rent. It's for last month's rent. When I checked, it seems he won't be able to pay this month's either. I figured. I've been the one who's been paying it. Why? I thought he was the one paying for it. You're his mother and you don't know anything about it? Michael is out of work. He's been unemployed for a year already. What? Unemployed? So I've been covering not only the rent but also all the living expenses. I thought it was outrageous to kick me out. But I was fed up too, so I decided to go through with the divorce. What do you mean he's not working? He was working for an elite company, but he complained too much about how he doesn't get paid enough. He doesn't like his boss and his coworkers are useless. After all the complaining, he decided to quit without even discussing it with me. Basically, he couldn't keep up with the demands of that tough job market. Oh no, he's a hard worker. Didn't you find it strange that he was always at your house? What? Michael was hanging out there during the day every day. Normally, he would still be at work till the evening. You didn't find it strange that he would go over to your house during the day? Well, that's true. That's right. So I had to work late every day. He did some part-time jobs and went to unemployment service centers, but nothing lasted. And what do you think happened next? I don't know. He said, I'm working anyway, so there's no need for him to work. I really thought he was a jerk. He's the husband and he doesn't do anything. But you would say terrible things to me. That's when I started thinking about divorcing him. Michael told me you have your own business. Is it true? Yes, it was a hobby, but then I started making money off of it, so I decided to make it a business. I didn't know that. That's why I've been working so late. I've been working so hard. And your son is always at home being lazy. Spent the whole year being a bum, just eating snacks and watch movies all day. I see. Despite that, he would go to your place and complain about me. You two are really assholes. Assholes? What a terrible thing to say. He's unemployed. There's no way he can pay the rent. Well, then pay for it. You have your own business. I'm sure you have money. Why would I do that? We are strangers, remember? I'm no better than a dog, right? That's a figure of speech. Please forget it. How can I forget? After all the horrible things he said, there's no reason for me to pay the rent anymore. You two were married, so why don't you help him out? We barely spend time together and he's always with you. Is that how a married couple should be? I'm just a stranger to him. Don't say that. Why don't you just get back together? Have you lost your mind? You can still get back together. Then you can pay for the rent. I bet Michael can't live without you. How convenient. I'm never going to get back with that bum, and I won't pay for his rent either. Why would I even do that? We're divorced. He's a stranger. I'll tell you again, you two are strangers to me. Please don't depend on me. Please, Jenny. If you're so worried, why don't you tell him to live with you? He doesn't have to stay in that apartment. You have space for him. I can't. I'm living on a pension. I can't afford to take care of him. I can't pay for the rent too. So if you get back together and pay the rent, we won't have any problems. It's fine, right? Fine? What the hell do you think I am? I told you, I'm a stranger. If you want to ask for someone's help, ask your relatives. I can't. That's too embarrassing. I think it's more embarrassing to ask a stranger like me. You're his ex-wife. I could care less. Why don't you ask your son to get a job instead? He's been unemployed and playing around for a year now. Unless you change your son, you'll have a hard time for the rest of your life. This is no longer my concern. Goodbye. Jenny, wait. Are you really not going to help us? Are you just going to give up on us like this? Absolutely. I'll be the stranger you wanted me to be. Don't ever try to reach out again. Oh no. What am I supposed to do? After that, my ex-mother-in-law had no choice but to start working part-time. However, she was disliked by everyone around her. She had a hard time keeping one job for a long time. Michael, on the other hand, being unemployed for a year made it hard for him to find a job. I heard they're always fighting each other. About me, I bought myself a small space and been trying to work hard every day. I want to work hard to create designs that satisfy my clients even more than now.